Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
I like the little voice.
You looked at me.
Wait, is that that dog looked at me? Is that what you said?
No, I said you looked at me.
I kind of thought that was the same thing. We told that story on here, didn't we?
I think so, a long time ago.
Yeah.
A dog looked at me. I got excited, and I told Dave a dog looked at me excitedly, and he and our friend Joe Draft laughed at me.
It was really funny. You were way too excited
That
for a dog
looked
looking
at me.
for a dog looking at you.
Well, I wanted to say hi, but he was busy exercising. And so when he turned mid-jog and made eye contact, it was very exciting for me. Almost as exciting as the other day when I was stopped at a light on my way home. And I knew there was a car to my left and a little bit behind me, but I saw something out of the corner of my eye, out of the top of it. And so I turned my head to be like, what's coming out of the top of that car? I must be just misinterpreting what I'm seeing out of the periphery. Uh-huh. So I turned my head and I was not misinterpreting. There was a Great Dane head sticking out of the top of the sunroof, and it was goddamn glorious because when I turned around to look, he was looking straight at me. And the look on his face was like, isn't this the best day? This is fantastic.
You told multiple people that story.
Yes, it was
very
so great.
Enthusiastically.
It was so great, and I took a picture.
I've been looking at cars lately, and there are some with sunroofs, and I think it would be really funny if Bo's head was sticking out of them.
I don't know if he would do it.
I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't. He might.
He might.
I mean, he does like to generally stand on things.
Quite as tall as a Great Dane.
Yeah. But he could get his head out there,
probably.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's tall enough.
Well, definitely get a car with a sunroof. This is a new requirement.
Yep. This just entered my must-have list. Must-have sunroof. Much like tonight, my must-have a gallon of Tabasco sauce. This is my current obsession.
Yes. Because you had to take a break from obsessing over cars, so now you're obsessing over tobacco sauce.
Tobacco sauce? Did you say tobacco sauce?
I did. Took me a minute to realize that was wrong.
Yeah.
Tabasco. Tobacco sauce, also spicy in a different way.
You don't want to drink it.
You would die.
Yeah.
Just die. Tobacco.
Yeah, like the tobacco. That's gross to think about. It reminds me, we were watching those Tim and Eric clips the other day. And
I'm drinking cigarettes.
Spaghetti's cigarette juice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very weird.
Yeah, so apparently you can get a whole gallon of Tabasco sauce online.
I believe you mean tobacco sauce.
Tobacco sauce, whatever. You can get it online for $40 for a gallon of Tabasco.
But what site was it that it was $150?
It was somewhere else. It was Restaurant Supply something or other.
Yeah, because those people are boning people on the Tabasco sauce.
They're the first hit that comes up if you just search for bulk Tabasco sauce, which how many people are searching for that? But
mostly just people who work at restaurants, although maybe not even them because they probably have a distributor.
Yeah, probably. But I refuse to pay the ridiculous prices for Tabasco, so I want a big bulk batch of Tabasco, and now I know exactly how easily I could do that.
$40.
It's not bad. And a gallon will last you a really long time. That's a ton of Tabasco sauce.
I don't think you need that large.
I might not.
64 ounces is
64 ounces is
reasonable.
It's all right. It's not
it's all right.
It's not as fun as saying I bought a gallon of Tabasco online.
It's true.
Saying I bought a half gallon of Tabasco doesn't have quite the same punch to it.
So you're saying you want to do it for the lulz?
Yep. For lots of reasons. There's multiple reasons.
Partially for the lulz.
At least partially.
Okay.
But just to have a gallon of Tabasco is such a nice thought to me. I don't know. You know what? I'm very easy to please. There's not many things I want in the world. I desire a gallon of Tabasco.
A functioning car and a gallon of Tabasco in the passenger seat, all buckled in, safe and sound. That's what you want.
Buckle it in and put a little cowboy hat on
little sunglasses. I quit my job and I start making outfits for the bottle of Tabasco sauce.
I refer to him as Ted Tabasco everywhere I go. This is my buddy Ted Tabasco.
I cry and we have a wake for him the day that you kick the bottle.
Yeah. That would take a long time to eat a whole gallon of Tabasco. I know I could do it. The question is how long it'll last.
I know I could do it.
I know I could do it like by myself.
Of course you could do it.
My bet is I could do it in a year.
Yeah, I'd take that bet.
Yeah. You mean you take the side that I could do it.
Yes.
I appreciate that you believe in me.
I do believe in you and your ability to consume large amounts of Tabasco sauce.
Oh yeah. very
Oh yeah, baby.
I have a very limited skill set, but that's one of the things I could do. Is eat hot sauce.
This Davy can fit so much Tabasco in him.
What else we got?
My door handle broke.
Oh my God, that was so weird.
I was on my break at work. I was about to go back inside, and I always wait until like I've got 5 minutes left on my break and like get inside at the very last possible minute. So I'm about to get out of my car and walk back in, and I pull the handle, just normal, like not aggressively, just a normal amount of tension, and it snaps off in my hand. And I sat there looking at it for like 10 seconds and then go, well, hell, how am I supposed to get out of my car?
Yeah, right.
So I didn't really want to climb across the seat if I didn't have to. And I was able to roll the window down and let myself out from like the outside, unlock it that way. And then last night I was telling everyone about it. I was like, yeah, I'll just have to do that until I can fix it. Hopefully my window doesn't freeze over. And then we got snow and my window fucking froze over. Yep. So I got to work and I had to climb across the seat.
That's a difficult task for anybody.
I'm a fat person.
Yeah, like we're fat and that's a small car.
And I'm short, and so I got these little legs that don't do the right things. It's
I mean, even trying to picture either one of us doing this is like hilarious to me. It had to look so
someone
dumb.
Has to have it on cell phone video. There's someone who was like parked that was like, what is this fat woman trying to do?
It's like posting it to YouTube live.
It's like woman struggles. It's on Reddit somewhere. Yeah, right. Woman struggles hilariously to get out of car.
You know what? That would go on the subreddit. There was an attempt.
And the thing is, like, I didn't want to like scooch and sit in the next seat. I was trying to like plant my feet on this seat and leverage and push myself out that way. I failed. So there was an attempt.
Yeah. There was an attempt.
There were multiple attempts. I did it. We're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
The part is like $15 max.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I think between 12 and 15 is what I've seen. Yeah. I just have to make sure I get the right one.
Yeah.
Because it's like the left side inside handles are the same and the right side inside handles are the same. Yeah. So you need to get the left side handle. And then we watched a tutorial video on how to do it.
Looks so easy. It really does. It'll take us maybe like 20 minutes to do.
Remove the inside panel and reattach the handle. And it won't be bad. It's just getting around to it.
Gotta get one of those multi-Torx sort of like tools. Like I love those things where you like have like all the tools of different sizes.
I feel like I want to say I feel like I have one, but that doesn't sound like me.
I have one that's the Allen wrenches.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of because it's a similar style.
Torx is a different head, and I don't have any. Maybe
of those. Maybe I'll buy one on Amazon.
Maybe
while I'm getting the part.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So, so we have some handy things to do in the future.
Yes. Buy car, eat large amounts of Tabasco, fix my damn door handle.
Yeah. I'm actually, okay, so the thing about car shopping that I didn't realize is exactly how overwhelming it can be. Because there's just so many things to consider. And there's so many places to search for them.
Yep.
And not everything is listed on every site. So you end up there's like 4 places you're searching, plus you're searching for individual dealers near you. Plus you're looking for the budget dealers you didn't even realize existed because they're tucked behind a strip mall somewhere.
Yep.
It's like it's not even enough just to like kind of have an idea of what kind of car you want. It's like you also have to like know where so many places are and that their inventory is all different. I went down the rabbit hole over this last week. It has been just exhausting trying to find a car.
Well, this is the first time you've really done this.
I haven't shopped used in a long time.
Well, when you got your last car, you got it new and you knew what you wanted because
Yes.
it was the car you were making at GM. So that made the choice really easy.
Yeah.
Because that you wanted that sense of pride.
The most I had to decide was what trim level and what color do I want. Like that was it. But now it's like, you have to become familiar with everything.
When I got my car, I remember doing a lot of research, but it was one of those like I knew I was going to need a new car soon.
Yeah.
But so I started doing research, but then the timeline was pushed up because then I got to the point where I'm like, my car isn't going to fucking make it.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled my car into a lot. I had gone to that dealership the day before and basically picked out my car. And then the next day, I had to go get a PA license so I could buy a car in PA because that's where I was living. And then the next day, I was like, yeah, I have to go after work. I worked overnight, so I worked until 2:45 in the morning. And then I slept until like 8 a.m. And then I went to the dealership, talked to the same guy I talked to before, said, yeah, I'm buying that car. And then spent the whole day there getting the car until I had to go back to work. So I got like 3 hours of sleep, but I had a new car.
Yeah, right.
But I like rolled that car into the lot and was like, sayonara.
Well, I mean, that's a great feeling. It's maybe one of the best feelings is to take off in a new car.
Yeah, it was also really embarrassing, though, because of, like, rolling the new car in. Because I parked it on the one side, and then, like, across the street is the actual, like, dealership building. But on the other side is where the used cars were. So it's also where the, like, excess parking is. So I parked over in that lot, and then I pulled over, or I walked across the street to get to the actual building. So I'm talking to the guy and he's like, okay, we got to pull your car around. Do you think you could pull it in? Well, the driveway for the building was like a steep angle because this is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you think you could pull it in? And I was like, no. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't think that car can handle that hill.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm getting a new car.
I forget. What was that car again?
It was a Saturn station wagon.
Oh, man. That is a sexy ride.
It was a cream-colored manual Saturn station wagon.
Wow.
My father bought me that car because my other car bit it. So I have a history of just like
Yeah, me too.
driving a car into the ground.
I
But
think it's a really common thing, though, for like young people because the car that you can afford
you
is
get the
never
car you
anything
can get.
good.
Well, my first car, my brother sold to me for $1.
Oh,
So
yeah. Right.
in that he had rolled that car into like a ditch. So it was like not, we knew it wasn't in the best shape. It wasn't going to last me forever, but it got me basically through college until part of my senior year. And then my dad, maybe it was my junior year. Then my dad bought me this car and it was manual. He was like, if I buy you a manual, will you learn to drive it? And I said, you buy me something, I'm going to drive it.
Yeah.
So I learned how to drive it. And it probably took at least a year and a half until I was decent at driving it.
This is a thing that I don't know how to do. And I want to learn to drive stick, but I'm afraid that no matter what car I learn it on, I'm going to ruin that car doing it.
I mean, it's best to kind of learn on a beater
Yeah. It makes sense.
because you're going to like mess it up. But also like you're going to mess it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. If you're just like learning on someone's car, as long as it's not a really, really nice car, if you just like learn the basics on it, you're not driving it constantly, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, mine, it wasn't a bad car, but I'm sure I beat the hell out of it from grinding gears for like 6 months.
Yeah. The other thing is when you're buying a used car, if you buy a manual transmission, you save a lot of money. You
Yeah.
get a much nicer car for the same amount of money.
Yeah. Well, when my dad got mine, he actually replaced the entire transmission, though,
Oh, okay.
because he didn't want me driving something that was going to be awful
Yeah.
that way. But yeah. And then I drove it into the ground. Also, driving a stick shift in the middle of winter in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
when that stick shift is starting to die,
Yeah, right.
is terrifying.
Well, the hilly
and not
thing
advisable.
is like really bad.
So hilly.
Yeah.
I would, towards the end of that car's life, I was deciding what way to go to work based on what hills I felt that it could handle that day.
That's bad.
Which is like, I don't know how I was determining this before I got in the car, but
Yeah,
it was
right.
like, okay, station wagon, what are you up for? But yeah, so I didn't have, despite the fact that I started doing research, I didn't have a lot of time to really like go through things. I was just like, well, I'm desperate. This is what I need.
Right.
And also car dealerships are like every 5 feet in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I have not.
In the neighborhoods, like
Okay.
in the neighborhoods, they're everywhere. At least in the one I lived in, it's just like there were 2 main roads, and I lived between those 2 main roads,
Okay.
and car dealerships as far as the eye could see. It was ridiculous.
I wonder why that is. Wonder why so many.
I think it's just where I was located, part of the city that we were in.
Yeah.
Somewhat residential, but lots of businesses.
All right.
So I'm excited
Yes.
because next Monday we're having a Derby recruitment event.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I have suggested to a couple people that they come check it out, and I hope they're able to come. But I just want people to fall in love with Derby the way I've fallen in love with Derby. And it's a lot to ask because it's like a weird thing that not everyone knows exists, firstly, and then that not everyone would be into, secondly. And also it's like a hobby that is not cheap.
Yeah.
So, like, you just keep whittling down the people willing and able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I'm excited to meet some new people and see if we can get them into the derbs.
Into Durban.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
Are you ready? I saw it in your eyes.
ready for what?
A little game.
Oh,
Would you like to play a game?
I think I know where this is going.
Where's it going?
Is it time for Trues and Fnews?
It's time for Trues and Flues.
You mean to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean
It's time for Trues and
happen to me?
Flues.
Time to play Trues and Fnews. Everyone's playing our famous game, the game that's taken the internet by storm.
It's time for Trues and Flues.
A Merv Griffin production.
All right.
All right. Trues and Fnews is a game where I've come up with 2 false headlines, one true or fnews, one true headline or trues, and you have to sort out the trues from the fnews in this game called Trues and Fnews.
God, who named this very stupid game?
In fact, you named this very stupid game.
God, what an idiot. I'm excited. You have clued me in advance that you have a special Valentine's themed Trues and
Yes,
Fnews.
this is Trues and Fnews Valentine's Day edition.
Which, incidentally, and I don't know if we ever talked about this on the podcast, but Valentine's Day is our anniversary,
It is.
which is cool. We're not really
Because
celebrating on the day,
we decided.
right? Because we arbitrarily decided we didn't know when we started dating, and Valentine's was as good a time as any.
Well, that was our first actual date, our first go out date.
Yeah.
We had kind of been dating, but we weren't like putting a label on it.
Yeah,
and then we
right.
went out. You don't know this.
Oh boy.
But
What
I
don't
was-
know? Wait, hold on. This is like I don't know this 4 years ago. What?
Right. I was like, I'm not going to go out on Valentine's Day. I don't want to do that thing. It's too much pressure. I'm not going to do that. I remember talking to my mom about it.
Okay.
And then you're like, hey, no pressure, but you want to go out to dinner on Valentine's Day? And I was like, yes, I do.
No kidding.
Yeah. And we've been going to Mizu on Valentine's Day or for Valentine's Day every
Yeah.
year since.
It's a nice tradition.
Yeah.
And then we always do something else as well.
Yeah,
Or
well-
generally we do.
Well, this year we're doing something special because this year it's officially the longest relationship you've been in.
That's right. I have never made it to 4 years with another human being. So
I'm honored.
That's
so
pretty good.
We're going to go to a local business called the Brazen Brush. Mm-hmm. And they do a lot of things there. But the one I've done before and the one we're going to do is they allow you to make wooden signs. Mm-hmm. And they have different templates.
tobacco sauce.
Tobacco sauce. They serve you tobacco sauce while you work on your template.
Yeah.
They have different templates that they can print out for you. You select it in advance and they customize it for you if the design calls for it. And you choose, like, they give you the sign and then you choose the paint color in the background or the varnish color in the background. And then you put the stencil on and you paint the rest of it and you can distress it. There's like mallets you can bang it with to give it like a worn look. And then you can sand it and then they put the hardware in so you could hang it. It doesn't even take very long. There's blow dryers so you could like dry it in between steps. It was a really fun thing I did with my mom, so we're gonna do that.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
I could swear we were playing a game just minutes ago.
we were. But we started talking about our
Yeah.
anniversary. So
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
I'm excited for it.
Me too.
All right,
Yeah, right?
let's do this.
All right. What do you got for me?
First headline. Plan B releases new heart-shaped tablets for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Second handline. Oh,
my
what is
God,
wrong with
what
my
is
brain?
going on with you?
Man arrested for borrowing employer's airplane to skywrite, "Will you marry me?" She said yes and made bail.
Okay.
Third
nice.
headline. Tinder for cows matches livestock in the mood for love. It's called Tutter.
Oh my God. Wait. One of these is true?
One of these is true.
Okay. Wow.
You
All
want
right.
the recap?
I would like the recap. Yes.
Number 1. Plan B releases new heart-shaped tablets for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Number 2. Man arrested for borrowing employer's airplane to skywrite, "Will you marry me?" She said yes and made bail.
Okay.
Number 3. Tinder for cows matches livestock in the mood for love.
Did you say what it's called again? What?
Tutter.
Tutter? Like an udder.
Yes, but with the T, so it's like Tinder for udders.
Okay. If that one's real, I will walk out of this room and never return. I am thinking number 2, love is in the air. That's the true story. Shut the hell up.
It's Tinder for cows.
No, it's not.
You said you'd walk out and never come back.
That's it. I'm done.
No.
Goodbye.
Come back.
quit.
Baby, come back.
Podcast.
Baby, come back. You could swipe right for teeth.
No. There's no way.
Yes.
Tutter
but
cannot be a real thing.
Tutter's real, but it actually has a real purpose.
Oh my God.
It's meant for farmers who are trying to breed their livestock. So they can go on this app and post pictures of their livestock that are available for breeding, and they can swipe right and left. But if they click on them, they actually go to a website that gives them further information on like the cattle and everything,
Okay.
the livestock.
Now that you
question.
put it that way,
The headline was a little
misleading.
misleading because they say livestock in the mood for love, but it has nothing to do with livestock love.
They actually say that?
That's what the headline says.
Okay.
Tinder for cows matches livestock in the mood for love.
Okay.
They were trying to gear it towards Valentine's Day.
It's a little clickbaity. It's a little like seasonally appropriate.
And they
It's a
left
good
in
headline.
the headline, they leave out the best part, which is that it's called Tutter.
Yeah, Tutter is hilarious. I can't believe that's a thing.
It's a real thing.
I can't believe that's a thing. And then imagine the life of the farmer who is sitting on his couch swiping right and left on cows.
Right?
Imagine.
I want that life. Except it's me, so I'd be like, oh, this one's cute.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that one's cute.
And now you're describing using Tinder as a man. Which is just swipe yes a billion times and then see what happens.
I've told you, but I can't remember if I said it on the podcast. I downloaded Tinder once. I'm a bit of a serial monogamist, and so I've always been in a relationship and then I'll be out of one for a little bit and then into another relationship for me. So
Yeah.
I haven't dated around all that much. And before we officially started dating, I was like, oh, let me get Tinder. And that's the thing. I downloaded it. I was like, oh, okay, swiping. Swiped right on someone. They swiped right on me. I panicked and deleted the app. So that guy was like, where'd she go?
That's
I
so
swiped
silly.
right on someone. She disappeared.
You know, that makes okay, so I have never had Tinder. I know how it works. I understand it conceptually, but I've never had it. So when you match with someone, either person can initiate the conversation, right?
Yeah.
So if you just went and immediately deleted the app, I feel like your account still has to be there. So he must have probably messaged you.
Probably. There's probably a lot of very angry messages.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, what you doing? Yeah, fuck
Fine,
you,
be
bitch.
a bitch.
The toxic men of Tinder are like, there's like a beehive of them around your dead profile.
Granted, there's only I only matched with one person.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you swiped a bunch of them, right?
I swiped. Yeah, that's true. Only one swipe back by the time I deleted it.
Right.
But
So the others might have.
yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know. Sorry, boys. I panicked. And then this one swooped me up.
Yep. Just swooped in. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Swoop.
Swoop.
Yeah.
There he is.
I don't think I've ever swooped. Just it's a verb that doesn't apply to me. I don't think I'm capable of swooping.
You swooped.
Yeah, all right. You could say that if you want.
All right, I will.
All right.
So, little middle seggy action.
Yeah, what yes. What do you have? What do you got for me?
I'm not excited about this, but I found it.
Quality entertainment from people who are mildly enthused about
When
it.
I looked into it initially, when I saw the headline, I thought it was something a little different than what it was.
Okay.
But there's an article from Newsweek. The title of it is Hacked Sex Robots Could Murder People, Security Expert Warns. I feel that this is a little bit misleading.
Say that again. Hacked sex robots
Can murder people.
can murder people.
Security expert warns. But basically, it's like,
How much mobility do they have?
right. I think that's the part that they're burying the lead on. It's like you can't make a robot do anything more than its physical capacity allows.
Yeah.
Because the headline's about sex robots, but the article goes on to talk about any robot connected to the internet, essentially. Because it was some of these robots can lift up to 200 pounds. I was like, sex robots? And then I realized they weren't talking about sex robots anymore.
Yeah.
It was very misleading and confusing. And barely an article.
I like the idea that out there's some super buff sex robots
Yeah.
lifting weights and stuff. Just waiting for Skynet to give them a chance.
But basically, robots and AI with internet access can be hacked. Apparently last year, some hackers hacked a butt plug called Hush. It's like a Bluetooth enabled butt plug.
I love that it's called Hush.
Hush.
It's like
For your butt. Hush your butt.
It's like pop that in there and shut up.
Hush.
Hush.
It shuts your butt right up.
Hush. That's so okay. That's funny to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it is funny. It is funny. But I hope your butt plug can't murder you.
Yeah, like what do they say about it? Like what could it
They just say that they did it.
They just say that they hacked it, but they didn't say what they did with it?
Right. I think it was an experiment. Like, it was intentionally done. It wasn't just like some random hacker doing it. I think it was done as like a security.
Oh, like a white hat
to,
kind of thing where they like see what they can do.
Yeah, to be like, is this hackable? Because it is true. There are a whole lot of Bluetooth enabled devices and things, like all these devices connected to the internet. And I think a lot of a lot of manufacturers don't consider cybersecurity when they think of this stuff.
Right.
Like that lock we talked about before, that like it's supposed to be like the super high-tech lock, but
yes,
it was easily hackable and easily physically breakable.
Yeah, right. Like even if you didn't hack it, you could just unscrew the thing or rip it apart. Mm-hmm. Like it was bad security in multiple ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what concerns me is like so like that's a big part of like what I like try to sort of in the marketing team, like where I work, like it's a big thing we talk about a lot. It's like the smart everything, and it's true that there's only going to be more of these internet connected things.
Yeah.
But like it does scare me the thought of like, okay, when's the first smart blender with a camera in it gonna arrive where when I'm putting things inside of it, some guy thinks it's funny to hit the on button. You know? Like when is that gonna happen?
Don't get one of those.
I don't want one. I don't want anything with a camera on it in my house.
Yeah.
You know? Like
So,
I'm increasingly paranoid about this kind of stuff.
On a similar but not exactly the same note, they also bring up brain-computer interfaces and how they can potentially be taken over by AI. Oh. What they mean by this is that, so you teach AI basically how to interpret certain stimuli.
Yeah, right. It's machine learning.
Yeah, and the concern is that the AI could misinterpret a signal. So the example they bring up is like if this brain computer interface is attached to someone and they are annoyed or angry with the people around them, could the AI interpret that into a physical action of like hurting that person when that's not really what the person intends? They're just feeling that emotion.
Yeah, right.
I feel like, I don't know, don't teach it to do that. I know it's not that simple, but like,
I feel like it will be that simple at first when we start doing things like this. Like at first, everything's going to seem simple because there's only going to be so many things that our smart stuff can do.
Right.
You know, but like the more we ask of it, the more we're going to have to like teach it. Yeah. It's so funny. Like Asimov, like in the rules for robots or whatever, right? Like the the first rule being not to harm a person, right? Or something like that. Like so completely ahead of its time, because that's the thing we're going to have to actually think about the minute a thing can appear to think for itself. Yeah.
This stuff is weird and scary in the future. Yeah. We're in the future.
I get really excited about this stuff, though. Like, I mean, I don't know what we're going to see in our lifetimes. I mean, like, okay, we're in our 30s. We're in our early 30s. Mm-hmm. I'll probably make it to 65. I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to see this grand sci-fi future in my lifetime. So it's like only stuff to dream of right now.
I don't know. I mean, if you think about it in terms of the progress in the amount of time we've been alive, it's ridiculous.
Well, it is kind of ridiculous.
We've gone from having landline phones and not having a viable like mobile phone that is accessible to everyone having a phone in their pocket that accesses the internet, which the internet was barely a thing when we were kids.
You know what's so interesting about the way you just said that is like the way we can't even really fully like conceptualize anymore what that world was like. I feel like now we have to refer to it as there was a time when we didn't have this stuff.
Yeah.
Not that there was a time when this stuff arrived, but it's like, oh, we didn't. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but it's like thinking about it now, it's impossible to imagine
not needing it.
Yeah, not needing
basically,
it.
Yeah. Well, it's totally different. It's so weird to think about the fact that, like, communication was not at our fingertips, and there was, like, delayed gratification and, like, so much room for anxiety that we just dealt with. Because do you think about the fact that, like, when you were a kid, if you made plans with someone, you made them in advance and you were like, I'm meeting you at this place at this time. And if you showed up and they didn't, you just didn't know.
But I feel like people probably didn't flake as much either, because it's like you said you're going to be there and there was no way to unsay that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't know. I think maybe they flaked a little less, but I don't think they flaked significantly less because people are horrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember occasions where I'd be somewhere and be like, okay, I'm just going to wait here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And just waiting is a thing that I do not like. So just like sitting in that awkwardness and discomfort, but being like, well, I can't leave because what if they're just late and they show up? And I have no way to figure out what's going on. They might just be running late.
It's crazy. I can honestly hardly imagine it. Like every time I try to think back, there's still a phone in my hand.
I remember using in middle school. I went to the dance, and I brought No, did I even bring quarters with me? No. I went to the dance, and for some reason we needed a ride, or our plans changed or something, and I had to use the payphone that was in the school and call my mom collect.
What?
To let her know that we needed a ride.
What? Where was there a payphone in school?
It was an AMS.
Really?
Yeah.
They had a payphone?
Yeah, in one of the like entrances.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. There was a payphone, and I used it to call collect to my mom to tell her I needed a ride home from the dance.
I kind of miss the payphone.
I think we need payphones.
I miss how heavy the receiver was. I miss the clunk of the change and the satisfying hang up.
Well,
I haven't hung up a phone in so long.
Have you seen videos of kids like adult?
We sound really old right now.
I know.
By the way.
Adults like our
like
age,
those kids
going to a kid and being like, hang up this phone, and handing them a receiver, and the kid just looks at it like, what the fuck do I do with this? Because they've never done it.
Yeah, right.
But that's why I bring this up, is that technology changed drastically in a very short amount of time.
Yeah. And now we're putting smart stuff in our butts. I mean, imagine.
In our butts.
Imagine.
In our pussies. In our brains.
Just think. I could barely imagine a time when I didn't have a Bluetooth-controlled butt plug. Barely imagine it.
Barely imagine it. And we use it every day. We can't live without it.
This segment has been brought to you by Hush. Use our coupon code Goose Chase to save 20% on.
Like the word goose is in it.
What's that?
The word goose is in it.
Yeah. What's our coupon?
I know, but I just like it.
Oh, all right.
I just like that the word goose is involved with the butt plug promo.
Okay. I got
Ooh, taste the disappointment.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I did.
You know, every now and then we do talk about, like, what would it be like if we did, like, coupons and commercials and sponsorship stuff?
All for butt plugs.
I wouldn't want a sponsor that wasn't a really weird one like that. I just wouldn't.
I believe in sponsoring products you believe in.
Yeah.
So I believe in Hush.
Does everyone have to hawk MeUndies at every corner? Is that what we're doing? Is that what everyone has to do?
Come on, Hush. Get at us.
Yeah. At me. Hush.
You're not on Twitter.
I'm not really. It's just a thing that the young kids say.
Yes,
I
it
don't
is
know.
a thing that the children say these days.
Not a Twitterer. I don't.
The youngins.
At me. I don't know.
You're just an internet dweller, so you know the lingo.
Yep.
All right, I think it's about time for a break.
Yeah, we should. We're running a little long. That's fine. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
I'm having a lot of
None
fun.
of this matters.
I'm having a lot of fun with you tonight.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back in a minute with the main segment for this episode, as always.
All right.
Stick around. And we're back.
And we're back.
Uh-huh. Yes, we are
Yes.
back with our main segment.
I don't know.
I see your notebook. Your gnome book is back.
It is. Do you know where I found it?
I'm going to guess in your bag.
Yes.
That's right. You know what? I feel like you told me that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I am a real human. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
I am a real person.
Yeah, gnome book. I had a feeling you would find it. Quickly.
I had a feeling. Ooh, ooh.
Moving on. So I wanted to let me just start off by saying what I was going to do this week.
All right.
We have had on the list since all the way back in the very beginning the topic of sonic weapons.
Yes.
And that is something I have wanted to learn more about for a long time. We just never got around to it.
Yeah, and I feel like we might have covered something similar in one of our other topics. Like it might have been mentioned somewhere along the way, but not in great detail.
But so I wanted to look into sonic weapons. What I ended up doing was finding out a lot of stuff about sound that I didn't know. Some really interesting facts about sound and the effects of sound. Basically, what I want to talk about first of all is the. Okay, so basically, when I think of sonic weapons, I think the most common thing that most people are familiar with is a concept called the brown note.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Which is the mythical,
Unfortunately.
elusive note that makes you poop yourself.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is not true. This isn't a thing.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
You're upset that there's not a musical note that
Yes.
could just make you shit yourself at any point in time when it's played?
Are you not upset that doesn't happen?
No. I'm very not upset
We clearly see the world differently. on
that
this.
someone could just play a note on an instrument and make me poop.
Forget about yourself. Just imagine a crowd of people spontaneously pooping. You don't want that to be possible in your world?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't want
We're-
anything to do with that.
We are very different people on that
It's a
level.
lot of poop, baby.
Yeah.
It's a bad
Yes.
smell. It's a bad smell. The people would have to clean that up.
Yes, that's true.
I think I see the bigger picture, and you see
I see the joyous
the potty humor.
outrage of a crowd of people angry they'd been subjected to that.
Horrible. It's horrible. There's so much shame and anger. There's shanger.
Shanger.
Yes.
It's a new word you just invented?
Yes.
All right.
It's a portmanteau.
I will say again, it is not a real thing. Unfortunately, there is no such thing.
You were pausing for me to yell at you again.
But on the subject of things like this, there are in fact ways of using sound and sound waves as crowd control and even conceptually as weaponry. So we're going to talk somewhat about that.
I think something like this might have come up in our episode about medical advancements. Like medical technologies, I think there was something sonic related.
There might have been.
Can't quite remember.
Is it like, do we talk about like sort of like pulverizing kidney stones with like ultrasound or things like that?
Something like that.
Because I think that's a thing that didn't come up in my research for today, but I believe they can target ultrasound to things like that.
Yeah.
And like, so you don't actually have to pass a kidney stone; they can just destroy it.
What should I write down as the topic name here?
Why don't you just put down sonic weapons as a? I don't know what to call this one. This is just all about sounds. All about sounds. All about sounds.
All about sounds.
So I want to talk about the two ranges of sound that we cannot hear, right?
All right.
So there's two categories. You're already familiar with the one of them, which is ultrasound, which we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. Ultrasound is everything above about 20 kilohertz, which 20 kilohertz is essentially 20,000 repetitions per second of a sound wave, which is a lot. 20,000 in a second is a lot. Most people can hear different ranges of sound. And, this is, I think, kind of like a thing that people are aware of now that as you get older, you lose that upper range of your hearing, which is why the kids, will like
the
do
mosquito ringtone.
Yeah, like kids will set that high pitched ringtone so that they can hear it, but no one else, like all the teachers can't, or things like that.
Yeah. I have probably aged out of being able to hear that.
I bet you have.
Because I think it's like 26, 27 is when you can start to lose that part of the frequency.
Yeah. But basically, no one really can hear above 20 kilohertz, or at least most people can. It's considered like the top of the beginning of the ultrasound range.
Yeah, like there's a standard range in which most of us can hear with some fluctuation at either end, probably.
Yeah.
But then, and that's for like people with relatively normal hearing.
Sure.
And then
you have outliers.
There's just like little pieces on the end that some might hear higher and lower, but they don't really hear the ultrasound range.
Yeah, generally speaking. So the other range of sound, which we never talk about, everyone knows ultrasound. No one ever talks about infrasound, which is what you call the extremely low frequencies that people could also not hear.
Okay.
So that is everything below 20 hertz. 20 waves a second is still fast, but like significantly slower, right?
Yeah.
Like a very, very low frequency sound wave. So infrasound has some...
I like to think if the brown note was a thing, it would be in the infrasound range.
Yeah, I like to think that too.
Just because like a real low sound would be like real farty sounding.
Well, if you could hear it, then it wouldn't be infrasound.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It has unique characteristics in infrasound. There's lots of sources of infrasound, but basically, unless the sound pressure is really, really high, you don't detect it. It can never be heard, but it does penetrate through surfaces with little resistance. So infrasound can, really low notes can move through things, sort of like the same way that you'll be in your house and you'll hear the bass of a car going by. Mm-hmm. That lower sound penetrates into the house easier than the higher noises of the music, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a characteristic of
bass
infrasound.
carries.
Yeah, right, exactly. So infrasound does even more than bass naturally as a lower frequency. I found out there is a surprising amount of dedication to researching infrasound and ultra low frequencies. They even have their own journals, like the Journal of Low Frequency Noise, Vibration, and Active Control.
Wow.
There's like, this is a whole subject of study, which I found really interesting.
One of my favorite things about doing this podcast and the research we do is like diving into a topic and realizing it's someone's life's work.
Yes. Right. Like there's people like we pop our head into a topic and discover that people have been at this thing for a long time.
Yeah. It's why I never worry about finding enough information on something, because there's always somewhere to go with it, because there's always something to stumble on, like a whole avenue that is like fully explored by a small group of people.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I found here. I didn't realize how many like little groups there are of people like, interested in low frequencies. Here's an interesting thing about infrasound. At a sufficiently high volume, you can feel it in your body. So even though you can't hear infrasound, if the wave amplitude is high enough, they produce an effect that you feel in your chest and in your stomach. It can also be physically harmful if it's loud enough, and it can affect your heart and your digestion. So, like, even though you can't hear
Brown note, maybe it could be real.
Once again,
you just can't hear it.
Once again, I must stress how sad I am that the brown note isn't real, but if it was, it would be something like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, it produces something people can feel, which is really interesting to me. So other effects include, like, for some people, like a spiritual feeling, like an uplifting feeling. Like, people report different responses to infrasound. And the effects of infrasound are demonstrable in testing. And this, I thought, was nuts. An experiment was done in 2003 in Manchester. September 8th, 2003, some acoustic scientists from the National Physical Laboratory did an experiment where they played for a crowd of 750 people 4 pieces of music, right? Some of the music was accompanied with infrasound, but it was like a double-blind thing where
they didn't tell people.
Yeah, the people didn't know, and the researchers didn't know. Basically, the crowd reported afterwards, 22% of them reported sensations associated with the infrasonic frequencies, which isn't everyone.
Yeah.
But, a fifth of all people is like a demonstrable, number.
That seems like it would be significant.
Yeah. So the effects they felt were everything from a fearful feeling to like a kind of unease or sadness or the feeling of chills. So it's interesting because it's like a thing that we normally don't.
Interpretation.
Yeah, like we normally don't experience it. So you like kind of have to wonder like how would someone interpret something they almost never experience?
Yeah.
Right. Here's another really interesting example. Something I think is really cool. There's a guy named Vic Tandy. Okay.
Vic Tandy.
Vic Tandy.
It's a good name.
He's a paranormal researcher and scientist who investigated the connection between infrasound and people's experiences of the paranormal.
Okay.
This is very interesting stuff to me. So the reason that he started doing this was a night in his lab when he was working. He felt an overwhelming feeling of depression and cold sweats and like dread, and he felt like he wasn't alone. He had those kind of like haunting kind of symptoms people talk about, right?
Every time I think of this, I just think of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Right, yeah. Right. So, but anyway, yeah, he thought he saw something out of the corner of his eye, like something was there, but when he looked, it would vanish. So he had this just horrible haunting experience, right? The next day, he's in the lab again. He's polishing his fencing sword, which is clamped in a vise, and he notices it's vibrating. Even when it's clamped in the vise, it's like sitting there and it's still vibrating.
Yeah.
On further examination, they find that the area near his desk has a very high trapped concentration of infrasound waves, around 19 hertz, which is caused by a newly installed extractor fan in the lab.
Okay.
So after this point, he and his collaborator, Dr. Tony Lawrence, are the first people credited with linking that particular frequency to feelings of the paranormal and ghost sightings. That becomes like his life's work, essentially.
And I wanted to quickly say, because you mentioned when you're talking about the study that it's interesting to think about like what feelings are associated with infrasound that we don't experience. I want to point out we don't know we experience it.
Yeah, right.
Like we could be, because it could be something like that. It's like something causing this, but we have no way as like lay people to know that there's infrasound happening because we can't hear it, and not like we have a tool to measure it with.
And that's the other thing is there's a ton of natural sources of infrasound. Tons of them. So an abbreviated list from an article the abstract of an article in the Journal of Acoustical okay, let me try that again. An abstract of an article in the Journal of the Acoustical Society of America. The article is entitled "Naturally Occurring Sources of Infrasound" by Alfred J. Bedard, and he lists among natural sources avalanches, earthquakes, geomagnetic activity, meteors, ocean waves, severe weather, turbulence, and volcanoes.
Okay.
Like stuff that's essentially happening like all the time.
Yeah.
Especially like ocean waves,
Weather
which are happening
stuff, yeah.
all the time. All this stuff can like generate infrasound naturally that we can't hear. Are you all right?
I'm just chilling.
Oh, yeah. It is a little chilly down here. There's a guy named Dr. K. Ming Lee, who is an accomplished mechanical engineer and acoustics expert. In an interview with the Great Lakes Bulletin News, he said, riding in automobiles exposes drivers and passengers to infrasound at up to 120 decibels. Jet engines, helicopters, and large rockets generate infrasound at around 115 to 150 decibels.
So what is the volume, I guess, at which it can be harmful?
So it has to be very particularly high. I think much higher than
the normal ambient.
Yeah,
exposure.
Much higher than exactly. It has to. I can't remember the specific number. I don't want to make a claim because I can't remember exactly what it was.
All right,
but it's pretty high. It has to be very concentrated. Another noteworthy example of infrasound, and something I wanted to talk about because it's another thing that most people are familiar with, is people who complain of headaches and other adverse symptoms due to their proximity to wind turbines.
Okay.
So this is a popular enough claim that like anecdotally I knew about it, right? Mm-hmm. The proponents of this idea call it the wind turbine syndrome.
I've heard that they're actually quite noisy. I never thought about the fact there could be like frequencies that we can't hear that are also like disturbing to us.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, so as they get better at making wind turbines, like the ambient noise they generate has gone down a lot. Mm-hmm. A lot of the older turbines are particularly noisy.
Yeah.
The proponents of this syndrome, they allege a lot of things which have not thus far been proven, which I think it's important to note that this is not a thing that is... It's not demonstrated to be a syndrome.
It's just kind of a working theory to explain the way people feel.
Basically, those people claim that wind turbines can cause death, cancer, headaches, and other things, which is, of course, like you can connect imaginary dots between a lot of things. Mm-hmm. There's no evidence of that. But as regards the connection between wind turbines and any kind of actual disorder,
they can make you think that they cause death, cancer.
Yeah. Wind turbines can convince you that they gave you cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but so there's another article. I found a paper called Health Effects and Wind Turbines, a review of the literature by two researchers, Knopper and Olson. They concluded that while wind turbine annoyance is definitely a thing, complaints are much more statistically connected to visual impact, attitude toward wind turbines, and sensitivity to noise more than anything else.
Yeah.
So
the infrasound is probably less significantly the cause of these issues.
Like what's most likely to be happening is things like people are particularly sensitive to noise and they're not sleeping, or they just get tired of hearing this noise all day, rather than anything that is causing any direct health effects.
Yeah, I get that.
So I thought I would throw that one out there.
I don't like noise either.
I don't think I would want to live under a wind turbine.
No.
If they're as loud as people say.
Loud noises make me angry.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I'm not having kids.
Kids make loud noises a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
at random.
if you know that is a trigger for your anxiety and that the way you express that anxiety is through anger and frustration, maybe don't have children.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least think really hard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would I subject myself to that? And why would I subject a child to my shit reaction to them just existing and doing what children do?
Just pictured you with a kid and the kid is screaming and you're screaming back like exactly the same. Yeah. Loud noises. They're not comfortable. So anyway, so I said, that's great. All that about infrasound is very great. How do we weaponize it? Right?
Of course you did.
Which is it's like something that people have considered for a while. Mostly, the work of science fiction more than anything, right?
Yeah.
I said, now that we know what infrasound is, how easy is it to turn it into a weapon? If you're asking yourself this question, congratulations. You're in the same group as Adolf Hitler. Because that's a classic weird Nazi weapon experiment.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. It shouldn't be. But just congratulations. You and Hitler together again in the same group.
I also wrote shame on you.
Hitler did have a lot of weird ideas.
Yeah.
He was very into the science, kind of.
Like bad science, sci-fi
science
weapons.
Ideas.
The Nazis had a lot of like strange things they wanted to, like weird weaponry ideas and like strange things they did to people, obviously, and their science was very bad. And arrived at typically by brutality and cruel means.
Yeah. It was like people who don't actually know what science is decided to do the science all of a sudden, and you're like, what? No. What's happening?
It's like if you like gave like a kid unlimited money, research, and power and be like, let's make a rocket out of spaghetti. Like
except like more evil.
Yeah, much more evil. But you get my idea.
Yes.
It's just like they just whatever seemed cool or metal to them was
Whatever seemed metal
to them.
Ah, yes. When Adolf Hitler was like, let's do this. It's very metal. That's not a German accent.
No, it's not.
I know what that is. Why did I attempt that? I'm not good at accents. Someone tell me what kind of accent that was, other than horrible and probably offensive.
I mean, yeah, let's roll with it, though. It's canon now. That's what Hitler sounds like.
That's what Hitler sounded like. Sounds like. He's still alive, also, in our headcanon. Somehow.
This is weird. This is too much about Hitler.
This got strange.
So I'm going to note that some of the information here I got from an article in Motherboard called A History of Using Sound as a Weapon. The article referred to a number of things. The most relevant one here is this sort of acoustic cannon, which is something that the Nazis were attempting to design. It would create essentially 1,000 explosions per second inside of this chamber, which was also like pointed at or like targeted at like a target in the distance. Mm-hmm. And then the sound is also like focused using these reflector dishes.
Oh yes, focused
towards these, like towards a target, like it's reflected inward to target a narrow range, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't think this was a thing that ever physically existed, but it apparently it did. Apparently this actually existed. They didn't manage to make it lethal as far as I could tell, and it was never actually used in battle, but it would rattle your kidneys at like 50 to 200 meters.
Wow.
Yeah. And apparently it could make you puke even as far away as 400 meters.
Wow.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't use it.
You know, my guess is it was probably really impractical.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, and I'm not even certain.
And if the effects are just like making someone vomit might
Yeah.
not be worth it.
I mean, you'd really, like I said, I don't think they managed to make it lethal.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any evidence of anyone killed by this
If you
thing.
could, though, that's like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
The other thing is, like, as I was reading this, I was just thinking, like, and I could do more research to have a better answer to this question. But my thought was, okay, well, I didn't find any evidence that it was lethal, but I also don't like really have any evidence that this actually, like, I don't know the difference between they managed to do this and someone told their boss they managed to do this.
Right.
Do you know?
Right.
Because I kind of like get the sense with a lot of that stuff that like Nazis are not really great about like waiting and being patient for your awesome new death ray. They want it right now.
What you're saying is they might not do multiple tests like the scientific way.
And also like
They're not duplicating the results to prove that it's like a thing.
And I just think they don't take very well, we haven't figured it out yet. You know?
Yeah.
So someone's probably going to fib every now and then to their immediate superior so as not to be like yanked away from the project or whatever. So I don't know. I know that's not me making that claim. I'm just saying, who knows?
They're going to like say something apologetic like, that's not fair to the Nazis.
No, I mean
to make those assumptions. It's just going to be like, it's fine.
It's not fair to the truth for me to assert that that's what happened, but I'm just saying, who knows whether this thing existed or not, you know?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Because it does seem kind of sci-fi to me. Even with what I read, I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about modern acoustic weapons, and there's really just kind of like one category that I want to talk about a little bit. They're primarily used for crowd control, and they do not involve infrasound. They involve actual audible sound, right?
Okay.
Some of the companies that sell these things make it pretty clear in their literature that this is not a weapon. I don't see much of a difference between making something so loud that it causes physical pain and a weapon.
Yeah.
You can call it a deterrent if you want, but I kind of think it's a weapon.
Well, it's the same thing of like, you could say the same thing about a taser.
Sure, right.
It can't kill you, but it's still a weapon.
Yeah.
You could say it's a deterrent or it's a defense device, but it's like, a weapon.
I think mace is a weapon.
Right.
You know?
Right. We can brand these things multiple ways, but it is what it is. It can cause people pain.
If it causes injury, it's a weapon as far as I'm concerned. But they don't like, of course, that's like really, I think, bad PR for them.
Well, of course, this is all marketing.
Right. So anyway, there's a few examples of them, but they basically all go by the name Long Range Acoustic Devices, or LRAD. They were first deployed as crowd control. They'd been around, but they were first used as crowd control in the U.S. in 2009 in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
There were protests during the G20 summit. So they were rolling it through the streets. It's basically like a big Humvee looking thing with a guy behind
like
a dish on top.
Speaker on it.
Yeah, it looks like a big dish, like a big sort of reflective dish. And if you can find it, and I didn't note the link, if you can find it, I recommend watching on YouTube to see what this thing does to people, because it's really strange. I mean, like, people run from loud noises all the time.
Yeah.
You know, that's a thing.
We talked about the fact that they're unpleasant.
Right. But these are like people who are very intent on being there because they're protesting. And when the sound, if you can find the video, when the sound is triggered, people just all like duck and run. Like it's so strange to see.
Now, in the video, is there sound? Can you hear it?
You can.
Does it have the same effect, or is it?
It doesn't have that effect through your speakers because it's
not
quieter,
the same.
and it's you're cutting a
I'm
lot of
assuming
frequencies
volume
out.
has a lot to do with this.
Yes, this in particular is about volume. So because it's like a frequency you can hear, it's not like the kind of thing where you would just feel a sensation and not know what it is.
Right.
It creates like audible sound way above the pain threshold for like most people. If you can find the video, it's really, like I said, I think it's kind of creepy to just watch as it basically makes a sound that sounds like an alarm, like when an alarm is triggered in a shop, you know, and you hear that wow 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 kind of thing. But it's really creepy to see it.
Yeah, that is kind of weird just to think about, like a basically universal response to something.
Yeah, I kind of think it's like another. You want to talk about like sci-fi things? The image of like people just kind of like falling into a crouch position and holding their heads, like
yeah, it's creepy.
It's creepy. It's like what you would see if like someone was using mind control in a movie, and then just someone like crumples.
Oh, I keep thinking of like the air horns. Like if anyone's ever blown an air horn too close to you and you're just like, fuck, no.
Yeah, like, it's an uncontrollable reaction. You will just jump.
Right.
Know?
Like your shoulders swallow your chin. You just
in an attempt to pull your ears inside your body.
I'm trying to make them vestigial organs to avoid the sound.
Yeah. So yeah, they used it in Pittsburgh. It was also used during the Occupy Oakland and Occupy Wall Street protests. In particular, when they cleared the people all camped out at Zuccotti Street or whatever it was, Zuccotti Place. I can't remember. But the main hub of Occupy Wall Street, when they cleared that, they used these dishes to evacuate people. You know, it has a practical purpose. Like it exists for a reason, which is to loudly amplify like a message to a crowd. Because you can essentially communicate over very long distances with these devices. Interestingly, I didn't write this down, but this was used by like ships off of our coast, it wasn't our coast. It was used basically to deter pirate ships by like Coast Guard vessels, right? Okay. So like target like messages at like a pirate ship, and they turned around. Like it has practical uses. Communicating over really long distances pretty effectively.
Okay.
But then, yeah, like I said, it's also used for this.
So it's like a specific way of amplifying the sound that doesn't distort it.
Yes, that's the argument.
That makes the message clear at such a high volume.
Right, because like a bullhorn, for example, or something like that, you know, it always gets echoey and hard to understand. And, like even if people want to be like obedient to the commands issued to them, they can't often hear them, right?
Yeah.
So this is an idea. The idea behind this is like more audible messaging to a large crowd. Mm-hmm. But it is so loud that it could likely cause permanent deafness if you were subjected to it long enough.
Right.
Especially if you're too close.
Which is why I find it ridiculous to like think that this is not a weapon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like.
And also, like, you're putting this on people who are like lawfully protesting things.
Yeah.
You're potentially like you're driving through the streets. That's pretty close contact.
Yeah.
Like you're not giving them the choice but to get away. And if they did somehow decide to stay, they blow their eardrums out.
Yeah, right. And it's just like, I could buy that it's not a weapon until they put a thing on it specifically to make a tone that makes you hold your head like it's going to explode.
Because your ears are going to explode.
Right. Like, I buy that it's not a weapon up until that point.
Yeah.
This is kind of neither here nor there. It's just a qualm I had with their marketing materials because I tried to get access to their technical sheets and I couldn't find them. But it was reading their marketing page. I'm not going to say which company, but they're the big one.
All right.
So last thing I have to talk about here. A real life example of a sonic weapon mystery and the whole thing that made me want to look into sonic weapons in the first place. I think it is anyway. Yeah, I think it was. So this was an incident that occurred at between December 2017 into August 2018.
I know what you're talking about.
At the U.S. Embassy in Cuba. Do you know? Is that what you're thinking of?
I don't know. Keep going.
Okay, so basically during that many months span, 24 employees at the U.S. Embassy in Cuba reported hearing odd whining high-frequency sounds, as well as having related injuries and symptoms, including ear pain, headaches, dizziness, and more. basically unexplained for a long time. No one had any idea what they were hearing or experiencing. A lot of people jumped to it's some kind of a sonic weapon. That was like quickly concluded by the news anyway. So eventually someone managed to capture digitally like a sort of artifact of that sound. Mm-hmm. It was essentially a 7 kilohertz tone, so well within hearable frequency, right? Mm-hmm. Could have been accompanied by inaudible frequencies depending on what was making the sound, but
yeah.
Basically it's so you can listen to it. It's the Associated Press had the sound and released it, and I listened to it. It's kind of weird. It's a little bit chirpy, and of course, like they magnified it a lot to make it really hearable. But it's like
this is one of those things that probably some people just didn't even notice it, because if a sound is consistent enough, you just kind of like don't notice. But enough people like would hear it and be like, "Oh God, that's annoying."
Right? Exactly. Yeah. It was like it was enough that it became like everyone was aware that there was some weird sound. Mm-hmm. So basically, no one had any explanation for what this was for a long time. People had a lot of ideas. People jumped to a lot of conclusions. Mm. But it took until March of 2018 for anyone to propose any kind of feasible explanation for what was happening.
Yeah.
So a technical solution was posed by Kevin Fu, who is a University of Michigan computer scientist. Mm-hmm. He worked with collaborators to produce what he thought might be the culprit, which is essentially 2 sources of ultrasonic sound whose waves combine and create an audible tone, like with their interference patterns.
Okay.
So this is like an interesting thing about like, and I don't know. So the idea of like when waves combine in the air, right? Mm-hmm. If waves, sound waves arrive at each other in such a way as they like overlap.
They like amplify each other.
Right. They can amplify each other. They can also like cancel each other out. Mm-hmm. And so basically in that way, and there's a cool video illustrating this, the solution that they posed. But basically 2 sources of that frequency can be positioned in just such a way that something gets expressed through them that you can hear. Like it actually generates a sound in the air. The video that he released showing this featured Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley being generated out of thin air by 2 inaudible waves facing each other.
That's really cool.
Very cool.
And I appreciate a good unexpected Rickroll.
Yeah. He Rickrolled the U.S. Embassy, apparently.
Also really interesting that it can be controlled that specifically.
Yeah, you can encode
that you
a
can
message.
make a song.
You can encode something in
That's
both ends of it.
Really cool.
Yeah, right? Because you could, this can happen by accident, like seems to possibly have happened in Cuba.
Yeah.
But if you understand the principle, you can channel something specific through there.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because in the video, what you see is like a little, it's like a little sort of pipe looking thing mounted on the one side, and he's holding like a probe on the other side. They're both radiating, like essentially ultrasound. Mm-hmm. And then as he moves them to just the right distance from each other, and his phone is sitting there, you can hear the audio of the song come in.
Okay.
Which is really funny. I love that he picked that song.
Yeah.
But he demonstrated that it's
that.
like feasible. Which is interesting. It's not a definite answer to what happened there, but it's a possibility.
But it's a likelihood, yeah.
Yeah. That also still doesn't explain the symptoms people were experiencing. There's still not a really good answer for what was going on there.
Did it go away?
It hasn't been reported since. Although it did, something similar happened in China. There's a similar series of events at the U.S. Embassy in China.
It's always a U.S. Embassy.
Yeah, I think it was the U.S. Embassy. Oh boy, I hope I have that right. I think it was the U.S. Embassy. Don't quote me on that one. Have your own goose chase and go find out where it happened, because I didn't write enough down.
That's okay.
But it's so it happened in multiple places, which is part of like the more the reason to think that this was like a deliberate thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get why people would be drawn to that conclusion, but also like the fact that there's so many noises and so much electrical stuff happening that produces frequencies we can't necessarily hear or can just barely hear. Like the fact that they could just randomly be arranged and they could intersect in such a way that produces a noise seems so likely to me.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's also, they mentioned as part of this solution, possibly what could have happened is something that's like a listening device and something that's an audio cancellation device, like spy, counter spy stuff, could have been too close to each other.
so like feedback.
Yes, like one thing, yes, essentially something like feedback, but with like attempting to cancel an electrical signal.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's one signal that's attempting to like
record,
listen, like, and then beam that, you know, over RF somewhere else. And then, or whatever, you know, basically if these devices were counteracting on each other, that might account for it.
Okay.
If you want to hear the really boring, most recent theory, there's some people who, in Popular Mechanics, there was an article in this January, like last month, that suggested some researchers are claiming that the sound is just that of crickets, and that they even think they know what crickets they are. And that these crickets are just loud crickets.
Okay.
That's actually someone's most recent operating theory. Still not confirmed. Because, again, this is like relatively new as an idea. But someone is currently working to demonstrate that no spy versus spy, no, you know, crazy like wireless magic, just crickets. Just crickets.
Just crickets.
So that's a real life example of, you know, people being very concerned about the application of sonic weaponry. And
what I was thinking of,
what were you
when
thinking
you
of?
mentioned this, is you can find all kinds of claims of in some videos, even with the sound of like people hearing loud noises, like unexpected noises. I think usually it ends up being a hoax because when it's like really loud and obvious, it's usually a hoax.
Yeah.
What comes to mind is, God, what's the name of the movie?
I don't know.
By Kevin Smith.
Which one?
The one where they're in, it's basically supposed to be like the Westboro Baptist Church.
Is that Red State?
Red State.
Red State.
Do you remember the end of the movie?
Oh, shoot. How did it end?
Well, I guess it's been out long enough. Spoiler for the movie Red State.
Yeah, skip the next couple of minutes if you don't want to know how Red State ends.
If you don't want to know how Red State ends.
How long do spoiler warnings? What is the lifespan on these things?
So the premise of Red State is these kids go on a joyride to meet up with someone, essentially to have sex with. It was a ploy by this religious group to make an example of these heathen sinners, essentially.
Yeah.
It ends up, they try to escape. It becomes a big thing. The police get involved as they're trying to escape. Shit goes down. And the way it ends is that the members of the church everyone hears this loud sound.
Yeah.
And they think it's
like heavenly trumpets?
The end of days. They think it's the trumpets. And it's just like it in the movie they do it very well because it's just like bizarre and real creepy and loud and all consuming and everyone's just like looking for the source of the sound.
I forget what it is.
And don't see it. Well, the cool way that they end it is they kind of like, they cut the movie for a moment. So you're like, wait, that's it? It just ends with these like trumpets.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to one of the like police officers who was involved explaining what really happened, which was that some neighbors who were like college kids or whatever found like some kind of trumpet or something in a way to like project the sound.
Yeah.
And they thought it would be funny to fuck with the church members. So without knowing what was happening at that exact moment, that this whole thing was going down and it's like bloody mess and guns and craziness, they played this trumpet sound over and over again.
Yeah.
And just like perfect timing for them to think that they were being called to heaven.
Yeah.
The end of days.
So you're...
That's what I think of when I think of this kind of thing is that movie and like other examples of people being like, oh, we heard this crazy sound. It's usually a hoax, though.
Yeah, I think it's usually, I mean, who knows? Like a lot of people actually experience like auditory hallucinations. A lot of like otherwise normal people can experience them.
Right. I mean, most of the ones I've seen, it's like, I say it's a hoax because it's an actual video where you can hear a sound, but it's like a made up thing. Like either the video's been doctored or someone is doing the sound on purpose. And maybe some people don't know what it is, but someone is causing the sound. It's not like supernatural. Yeah.
So anyway, having said all of this, there's more I want to talk about possibly in the future that will involve infrasound and some strange behavior, but I'm going to drop it for now. That's going to be the subject of another episode that I'm already planning on doing the research for.
All right.
But that's it. That is weird sound behaviors in the
This has been Weird Sounds with Dave.
Yeah.
Like
in the mostly in the infrasound range, but also, I mean, there's just so many interesting things I didn't realize about how sound can behave.
okay, so I just looked up weird unexplained sounds and got several videos, like 10 mysterious unexplained sounds.
And I don't want to chance
The
this.
source behind a mystery sound heard around the world, and unexplained strange sounds in the sky, and strange and mysterious sounds coming from a hole. So this is clearly a thing that happens
This is
a
a
lot.
phenomenon.
And we're going to go upstairs and watch all of these videos.
Actually, I kind of do want to watch those.
I will watch those with you.
I'm interested. But that's it.
All right.
That's weird sound.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That was fun.
You're welcome. Oh, jeez. You're so welcome.
Are we slipping into NPR?
Yeah, a little bit. Yes. Yes. That's how I think NPR people sound.
Apparently. They talk with their teeth clenched.
I don't know. So that's that. That's this Goose Chase.
Hey, wait. I think you thoroughly chased that goose.
I sure did.
And more goose chasing to come on that.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
excited for more.
Yeah, it's not going to be the whole subject, but it plays into something else that I'm going to be talking about in the future. So
Nice.
pretty cool.
Cliffhanger.
Yes.
This might be the first goose chase cliffhanger.
It might be. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Thank you for listening. I guess we will see you next week for more Goose Chase.
Goose chase.
How many times have you done that? Like a total of like, well, I guess this is episode 69,
68.
68.
And I've done it like 67 times.
Next episode,
There's one time I forgot.
episode 69.
I know. I actually
Nice.
just checked my notes to see if this is episode 69 because I thought it would be really appropriate if it was for Valentine's Day. But we
Yeah.
just missed it.
Well, I mean, episode 69 will be the first since Valentine's Day.
That's true.
That's appropriate.
Chicka-bum-bum.
We will see. We will see you next week. Oh my God.
Dave, I just quickly wanted to say thank you for making the sounds come out of your mouth hole and talking about the sounds.
Well, thank you for allowing those sounds into your ear holes and also making sounds with your mouth hole. God, that's weird. We will be back next week with another episode. So, thank you for listening.
Bye. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.